Hello, everybody. Welcome to round number 3 of the 2016 Republican primary spinner battle. We've already lost a couple of big names. I recommend taking a look at the first 2 rounds of this series, but last time it was Rand Paul narrowly coming out on the bottom. Today we're going to say goodbye to one more of these candidates. I don't know who it's going to be, but I'm anxious to find out. I do appreciate all the comments. It makes it much more interesting. So it's the same map, the same process. Lowest total is going to be out. And I know you want to see the spins, so we're going to start right away with Alaska. And here comes spin number 1 in round 3. And that is number 6. Jeb Bush, he's the first one to plant his flag in round number 3. Let's go to Hawaii. Here comes another 4 votes. Look at that. Jeb Bush, he's going to take them all yet again. There's always a small chance he just wins every state, but let's see if these other 9 have anything to say about it. Here comes Washington, 12 electoral votes. And wow, Jeb Bush, he's not fooling around this time. He's going back to back to back. Clean sweep so far for Bush. I do like to see a streak, so at this point, I'm kind of rooting for him to get Oregon. Let's see what happens. Who's going to get these 7? It's not Jeb Bush. This time it's number 9, John Kasich. He's the second person in on round 3. And as much as Bush loves those 3 states, he would easily trade them all in for California. Let's see who's going to get all 55 electoral votes. Here it is. That's 5. That is Rick Santorum. So we've got an orange California. Santorum looking good for the next round. And we go to Nevada. That has 6 EVs. Who's going to get them? Number 7, Donald Trump. He starts off with 6 as we go to Idaho. 4 more votes. Here it is, 8. Chris Christie, CC. He's in on the action as we go to Utah. There's another 6 votes here. And that's 4. It's Mike Huckabee. Next state, Arizona. 11 votes. Who wants him? It's going to be Huckabee again. How about Montana? That's the next spin. We've got 3 more votes. Who's going to get him? We've got 7. DT. Trump with his second state. Next, it's Wyoming. We've got 3 more votes. On the table. Who wants him? 9. That's Kasich. He's got him. Colorado is next. A whopping 9 electoral votes here for number 8. Chris Christie with another state. How about New Mexico? 5 more votes. Who's going to swipe him? Number 4. That's going to be Mike Huckabee. Now we go all the way to the Dakotas. We've got North Dakota. Here comes 3 EVs. That is close to the line, but that is 7. Donald Trump. Next, South Dakota. Here's 3 more votes. That's number 9. John Kasich. Nebraska at large. That's next. 2 electoral votes in this spin. Number 7. Donald Trump. He's got another 2 in his column as we go to Nebraska's 1st congressional district. Here comes 1 electoral vote to number 2. That's going to be BC, Ben Carson. Nebraska's 2nd. That's next. Another single electoral vote. Number 8. Christie picking that up. Nebraska's 3rd. Here comes 1 more vote for Nebraska. Number 9. It's going to Kasich. Now we go to Kansas. We've got 6 more votes. Here comes the spin. Who wants him? Number 5. Rick Santorum. Next state, Oklahoma. Let's spin it. Who's going to win it? Number 5. Santorum back to back. Now we go to Texas. We've got a ton of votes here, 38. And we've got 3 people with no votes yet. Marco Rubio, Carly Fiorina, and Jim Gilmore. Ben Carson with only 1. And we've got 3 people tied with 14. Seems like a great round so far. Let's see who's going to shake it up here on Texas. Here comes the spin. A lot of votes coming to number 5. Rick Santorum. He was already in 1st place. Now he's over 100. And he has 3 states in a row. Let's keep it moving to Minnesota. 10 electoral votes. Who's going to get him? Number 8. Chris Christie. The next state, it's Iowa. We've got another 6 votes just waiting to be snagged, and those are going to number 5. That's going to be Rick Santorum with another state. 4 out of 5 for Santorum. Here comes Missouri, the show me state. 10 votes. Number 5. How about that? Rick Santorum going 5 out of 6. There's no doubt that's very impressive, but can he keep it up on Arkansas? That's going to be Mike Huckabee's home state. Here's the spin. Who's it going to go to? That is number 3. We've got Carly Fiorina. She finally picks up her first state. Next, Louisiana. We've got 8 electoral votes here. Who's going to get them? Number 8, Chris Christie. He's got them as we go up to Wisconsin, where there are 10 electoral votes. And those are going to go to number 9, John Kasich. We're going to take those 10 votes and double it to 20 in the next state. That's Illinois. Here it is. Who's going to get them? We've got 2, Ben Carson. He goes from 1 to 21. Great move there for Carson. Let's go to Michigan. 16 more electoral votes deep into the Rust Belt. Who's going to get him? Number 6, Jeb Bush. Haven't heard from him in a while, but he's back with another state. Now let's go to Indiana. We've got 11 more electoral votes. And that's going to go to number 8, Chris Christie. Next, Kentucky. 8 more votes. Who wants him? Number 4, Mike Huckabee. Next state, Tennessee. Another 11. We've got number 8, back to Chris Christie. Let's keep it moving. Mississippi. 6 EVs. Who's going to get them? Number 10, there's one for Jim Gilmore. He's waited a while this time, but he's on the map with 6. Now we're just waiting on Marco Rubio. Next, Alabama. 9 electoral votes. Who's going to get him? Number 8, Chris Christie. Picking up another 9. Christie looking pretty good. Next, it's Florida, and we've got 29 votes. It's the home state of Rubio and Jeb Bush. Rubio looking for a 1. Let's do the spin. Who's going to get him? A lot of votes. It's not 1, it's 10. It's Jim Gilmore. Let's do Georgia. 16 votes. Who's going to get him? We've got 4. We've got Mike Huckabee. South Carolina. That is next. Here comes another 9 votes. And those are going to go in the Rick Santorum column. Santorum already pulling in 131. Next state, North Carolina, 15 votes. That's going to help somebody out, and that's going to be Jeb Bush. Next state, it's Ohio. That's going to be John Kasich's home state. Here's the spin. That's going to be 8. Chris Christie picking that up. Next, West Virginia. We've got 5 more votes sitting on the table, and those are going to go to number 6, Jeb Bush. Now we go all the way to the northeast corner, Maine at large. 2 more votes. It's not a lot, but it could be important. It's number 10. It's Jim Gilmore. Now Maine's first. Just 1 vote here coming to number 4, Mike Huckabee. Maine's second. Here's another vote from Maine. Number 2, Ben Carson. Next, New Hampshire. 4 votes. Who wants them? Number 10, back to Jim Gilmore. He's gotten hot as of late. Let's go to Vermont. We've got 3 votes here. In the Green Mountain State. Who's going to get them? We've got 6. Jeb Bush. Next, it's New York. This was Donald Trump's home state back then. He's at a precarious 14 electoral votes right now. That is 3rd from the bottom right now. Let's see what happens. Huge amount of votes here. Who's going to get them? That is number 10. That's going again to Jim Gilmore. Next, Massachusetts. Here comes 11 votes. We've got number 8, Christie, with another state. Next, Connecticut. 7 votes. This time, who's going to get them? Number 3, Carly Fiorina. Next, Rhode Island. 4 electoral votes. Who wants them? Number 4, Mike Huckabee. Now we've got New Jersey. Things are looking good here for the New Jersey governor, Chris Christie. He doesn't really need his home state. Marco Rubio still looking for his number. After that, Carly Fiorina is in second to last. Here comes 14 electoral votes. Who's going to get him? That's number 4. It's Mike Huckabee picking all those up. Next, it's Delaware. It's only 3 electoral votes, but those do matter. Here's the spin. Who's going to win them? Number 8, Chris Christie. Now we go to Maryland. We've got 10 more votes. Here's the spin. Let's see who gets them. That is number 5. That's going to be Rick Santorum with another state. Now we go to Washington, D.C. 3 more votes here. Let's see who picks these up. That is going to be number 6. That's going to be Jeb Bush. Now we've got 2 states left. We've got Pennsylvania first. Yet again, number 1, not looking lucky so far. We've seen some crazy things happen at the end, but Marco Rubio has to win one of these 2 states or he is finished. So there's 20 votes. Here comes the spin. Who's going to get him? That's number 2. It's Ben Carson picking up Pennsylvania. Last spin, it's Virginia. If it's not a number 1, Marco Rubio, he's done. If it is, then we go to a spin-off between him and Carly Fiorina. Here's the final spin in round 3. Who's going to win them? Number 1, unbelievable. Marco Rubio on the very last state. Picks up 13, ties himself with Carly Fiorina. That is truly remarkable. So now we have to go to a spinoff. This has happened one time previously, and I've had a suggestion of just counting the number of states won as the tiebreaker. But what I've said in the past is it doesn't matter how they got there. They both have 13. So now we're going to do a spinoff, and we're going to spin until one of these 2 numbers comes up. Once it comes up, they're the winner, and the other one is going to be out. I am going to keep the spinner the same. So how many rounds is it going to take in this spinoff to break the tie? Here's spin number 1. Can we get a 1 or a 3? No, that's an 8. Spin number 2. Here it is. Oh, so close to 3 for Carly Fiorina. Right in between at number 2. Here's spin number 3. We've got to break this tie. Will we get a winner this time? Not yet. That's an 8. Let's do spin number 4. Who wants it bad enough? That is number 3 right there. 4 spins in the spinoff. Carly Fiorina breaks the tie, and that means Marco Rubio, who didn't put up any states until the very end, is eliminated. So it took overtime, extra innings, a shootout, whatever you want to call it. Carly Fiorina going on to round 4 with everybody else. Rick Santorum, he's the big winner here with 141. Second place, Chris Christie with 95. Jim Gilmore in third with 70. Also near the bottom, Trump eked out a 1 electoral vote save with 14, 1 ahead of Fiorina and Rubio. So some twists and turns in round 3. Rubio squeaks in at the end, but then runs out of gas. Take a look at that map. Santorum dominant. Same with Chris Christie, and let me know in the comments, what did you think of round 3? Did your pick survive, or did you unfortunately have Rubio? Let me know down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.